make mistakes, challenge yourself, do things that you wouldn't dare to do. Because even if it's the wrong thing, you can develop on it. You can build something. It leads to something different. My name is Nigam. I work at Facebook, work placement Facebook, and I was brought in by Abigail Rappaport, who sort of globally leads enterprise ops and support at Workplace. I was brought in to globally lead our partner support programs. So in short, our partners just didn't have any way to actually get support. There was no support infrastructure. And that was not good for the partner experience, and even in many respects, the customer experience as well. So I was brought in to come in and build that from ground zero. It's been 1 year, 1 month, but it feels a lot longer, but it's been a really, really fruitful experience. So that's what I'm doing. And now my focus is to move away potentially to different products like Portal, Messenger, WhatsApp. So I want to take what I've built to other products and scale. I will be honest. I'm going to give you my honest answer. It's a culture that's not for everyone. You know, you've got to be somebody that is willing and wanting to be vocal about what you're doing. You have to be heard. Not all the time. It's not like we're people who are just shouting our names and shouting what we're doing all the time. But you've got to find your voice, and you've got to understand your role. You've got to understand how to build. And this word impact is used a lot in Facebook, and that's not easy. It isn't for everyone. So there are people who find it over time, and there are people who find it straight away. So I would say culture, it's something that grows on you in Facebook. You might not like it at the start, but you might enjoy it later on. I had a great childhood. I was really lucky. Amazing parents who really took my sister and my sisters and my education really, really seriously. In fact, it was the center of everything. My parents always sort of drilled down to us and said, look, you guys can do what you want. We give you everything that you need. Obviously, they didn't spoil us, but they said, we give you everything that you need. But all I ask in response to that is that, you work hard, you study hard, and you get your grades, because that is what will lead you to the future that you want. What I always knew, even though I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, I always knew there was something that told me inside me that do what it is that you enjoy. You've got the rest of your life to do other things, but base your initial decision on what it is that you're good at, because if you focus on what you're good at, there's only going to be good things that are going to come out of it. If I focused at that point in time and I did like an economics degree, for example, it might have been a good thing for me to do, but I don't think I would have been as passionate at doing economics as I was doing French and German, because that was really what I really enjoyed. So I would say to any kid that, don't be afraid to do and focus on what it is that you enjoy, like what your passion is, because only amazing things can come out of that. And if it doesn't, then, you can deal with that at that point. Life is, there is the opportunity to deal with that there and then, but really I would say focus on what it is that you're passionate about. And that's what I did. As early as you can, once you've done your degree, is try and have a plan. Really sort of try and think about what it is that you want to do. And I would say you don't have to have a plan as you finished your degree, but really start thinking about it. Start sort of building on it, developing it. The other thing I would say is network. Speak to people, have coffees, have conversations. You don't have to be working in industry to start having coffees with people. You can start having coffees with people, when you come out of university. Ask them how they've got to where they are. Ask them why they've gone into that specific industry. Ask them about what they're doing, because the more you ask those questions, the more you're going to learn about the working world, and again, also what you want to do. And the third thing I would say is think about what skills you're good at. Like really look back at what is it that you enjoyed at school? What is it that you excelled at university? It could be, for me, I'll give you an example. For me, I knew from the moment I finished, or when I started that Goldman Sachs internship, and then when I finished, I had strong communication skills. That was something, and I was good with people. So they both sort of worked hand in hand. That was what was going to hold me in good stead, and has held me in good stead in my career up to Facebook. So really, I would say think about what is it, that skill that makes you unique from others. I would be a very, very rich person if I knew the answer, like the exact answer to that. What we see, on the outer of the most successful people, of people who just seem like they've just got it together, is never the truth. Everybody has an insecurity. It might be something that we see straight away, or it might be something, dare I use this word, just darker, that's sort of in the depths of that person that we can't see. Everybody has their ghosts of the past. Everybody has gone through trials and tribulations. People have lost really, really important people that's destroyed them for years and years, just as an example. But people just keep going. People just keep persevering. And I think that's why I would say the three things, the plan, the networking, and then the skill, because it gets you to know yourself better. It gets you to know what other people have gone through, and it gets you to hear their stories. And the plan side, I think, also gets you to get focused. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to put yourself in the deep end. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I have made so many mistakes in my career. When I say mistakes, I mean I made choices where I thought, God, that's the best thing, or I'm so happy to do this, and then realized, oh God, it's the wrong thing.